That day was hot. The kind of heat that makes people argue for no reason. But even with the sun burning our necks, the church was packed. She stood there in a white dress, hands joined with a man who looked like he should be blessing her, not marrying her. The girl, Aisha, was just 20. And the man, Chief Olayinka, was 80. I saw it with my 2 eyes. I sell noodles near the church gate. That day, I didn't even open my stove. I just stood with others, watching in silence. The church clapped. Drums rolled. But her face didn't move. No smile. Aisha used to come by my stand every Friday evening. Always with her Bluetooth earpiece, listening to slow music or school voice notes. She was studying nursing. Lived with her aunt in the back of the estate. She'd buy noodles with sausage, sometimes egg, and sit on the wooden bench. Quiet girl, but sharp. She once told me, "I want to finish school and move to Canada." I told her, "Better don't land, no waste time." We joked a lot. But that Friday before everything changed, she didn't come. Then for 2 weeks, nothing. When I saw her again, it was in a black SUV with tinted windows. At first, I thought she was sitting beside a driver. But no, she was alone. She rolled the window halfway, smiled, and said, "Moyo, how far?" I was shocked. She had makeup. Long lashes. New phone. Gold earrings. New nails. She handed me 5,000 Nigerian nairas and said, "Give free noodles to anyone today." I feel happy. Aha, Aisha. Waiting happen. She just smiled and drove off. I didn't know I had just witnessed the beginning of something serious. It was the estate cleaner that told me. "You never hear. Aisha don't marry." To who? One old man like your papa. Oh. I laughed, thinking it was one of those age gap love stories. Until I saw them together. They were holding hands at the pharmacy across the street. The old man, Chief Olayinka, had shaky legs, wore full agboda, and used a walking stick. He called her my angel. She didn't even look up. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind kept saying, "This girl don't enter something deep." After the wedding, they moved into a big house inside the estate. White walls, green tiles, 2 big dogs. People whispered every day. Some said her family forced her. Others said she agreed because of the money. Nobody knew for sure. But Aisha changed. She stopped wearing jeans. Always in gowns now. She drove a small Toyota Corolla but rarely left the house. I never saw her laugh again. People started calling her names. Small girl with big eye. Now money she follow. She go regret One woman said she don't use him years collect soft life. But me, I wasn't so sure. Aisha would sometimes walk alone at night, holding her slippers in her hands. She once sat beside my noodle stand and asked, "Moyo, you believe people can trap themselves with luxury?" I looked at her. Her nails were perfect. Her wig was new. But her eyes were red. She stood up and walked away before I could answer. Word started spreading. Chief Olayinka had children from his first wife, grown-ups, some even older than Aisha. And they were not happy. They came around sometimes, shouting at the gate. "You marry this girl for what?" One day, a fight broke out in the compound. I heard plates breaking. Guards shouting. Next day, Aisha came to my stand with a bruise on her wrist. I didn't ask questions. I just gave her free noodles. She nodded, then said something that still rings in my head, "Money doesn't protect you from disrespect." She stopped coming out at all. Sometimes I'd see her through the upstairs window. Always inside. Lights on at odd hours. I heard he locked her phone once. That he didn't want her talking to her friends or using Instagram. The guard said she tried to leave once and he threatened to cut her off. Even with all the gold and cars, she was stuck. One of the guards said, Oga, they treat her like property, not wife. Then one day, the black SUV came back. This time, with her and 2 travel bags. She wore dark glasses and didn't look at anyone. The old man was with her, weak, shaking, being helped into the car. Someone said they were flying abroad for treatment. I stood by my noodle stand. She saw me. For a second, our eyes met. She didn't wave. She didn't smile. She just looked like she had given up. They drove off. That was the last I saw her. Some said Chief Olayinka died in London. Some say he's still alive. Some say Aisha lives in Dubai now, running a skincare business. I don't know. But I know this, she was too young. He was too old. And everybody clapped like it was normal. People say love is blind. But this one, it felt more like love was bought. And sometimes, when young girls walk by my stand, I wonder if they'll face what Aisha faced. Because money can buy comfort. But not peace. About a year later, Aisha's mother came to the estate. She walked slowly, carrying a bag. Looked tired. I gave her water and asked if she had seen Aisha. She looked up at me and said, my daughter is gone. Dead. She shook her head. No. Just gone. Different. She said Aisha sends money but doesn't speak. That she lives well but doesn't call. That she's become a stranger. Then she added, maybe I shouldn't have agreed to that marriage. But hunger makes you say yes to things you hate. Today, I still sell noodles outside the estate. New girls now come for noodles. They talk about TikTok, wigs, trips. Some even joke about marrying old men for soft life. I don't say anything. But in my head, I see Aisha. The way she walked barefoot. The way she said beautiful prison. The way she looked on her wedding day, with eyes empty like an unplugged socket. If she ever comes back, I won't ask her anything. I'll just give her noodles. And maybe a hug.